Taxation without representation. It's a valid cause for all-out war. Shooting your fellow countrymen. Revolution. Declaring independence. I better calm down. I'm not talking about the Americans with the Brits. I'm talking about the Americans with Puerto Rico, Guam, the Virgin Islands, American Samoa. There's another one. Where are they? Those friends, the Northern Mariana Islands. This is almost funny, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. But you do realize that there are United States territories. That's what we call them, territories. Puerto Rico, Guam, etc. In fact, put the graph up for me. You see this? These are the people who live in the United States and do not have a U.S. congressman, a U.S. House of Representatives to represent them. And with the exception of Washington, D.C., back to me, they can't vote. These people are governed by the United States of America, but they cannot vote for a member of the U.S. House, the U.S. Senate, or the president, okay? Taxation without representation. And that's some prime real estate there. I mean, the Virgin Islands, really? So to throw them a bone, what they did was they said, well, you don't get to vote for the president, but here's what we're going to do. Besides ruling you with an iron fist, we're going to give you the opportunity to vote in the primaries. And we're going to award little delegates to the winner of your primary. For example, Marco Rubio won Puerto Rico. And that was something he really didn't trumpet, because that doesn't help him become the U.S. president. He did the Gang of Eight. He wants, arguably, tried to pave the way for amnesty for illegal immigrants to become citizens, and then he won Puerto Rico. Can you see that? Can you see that? He won Puerto Rico. That doesn't play well right now with the GOP. So as we go forward later on with my predictions, we predict Rubio winning most of these islands if he's still in the race. All right. Let's go to March 15th. Here's where things get really interesting. Florida, Illinois, Missouri, New Mexico, and Ohio are all winner-take-all states. And this is where, if things continue to go the way they're going, this is where Trump begins to just roll over his opposition. And this is where, as Romney pointed out, the GOP has to establish a firewall. If they want to stop Trump, they better at least put a post in the ground on March the 15th. I don't see any way that Rubio is going to win Florida. I just don't see the numbers. But they've got 1 week left, and he is still down by an enormous amount of votes. And Cruz is opening up offices in Florida, even as we speak. He's opening up offices to try and get Marco out of the race. I don't think that Cruz envisions being able to overtake Trump. All right. In Illinois, Trump is way up. In Missouri, there is no statewide polling. In tonight's polling, there is no polling being done ahead of time in Idaho or Hawaii. They know that Trump is up in Michigan and Mississippi tonight. No one knows what's going to happen in Idaho and in Hawaii because no one's spending the money. These polls are not cheap. And there's no publicly released, paid-for poll with live operators and live callers. That's what makes a poll good. All right, always remember that. The polling data that you see that is worth something, that people take seriously, are live callers with a live person at the other end answering the questions. Okay? So, March 15th is where the GOP needs to live or die if they want to stop Trump. I predict that Kasich is going to win Ohio. As of right now, he's within 5 points of Trump, and the favorite son thing is going to work. I would not be a bit surprised if you see some out-of-state political celebrities come to Ohio to campaign for Kasich. We'll see. But Kasich needs to win Ohio if he is going to help stop the Trump juggernaut. We'll go to March 22nd. You can see now you've got American Samoa and Virgin Islands. They're not a lot of delegates, 9 each. Maybe Rubio will win them both. Maybe Trump will win the Virgin Islands because he's a developer. I don't know. Arizona's a winner-take-all state. Utah's 15%. Then I want you to we're going to slowly skim down this page because I want to finish this up before the break, and then I'm going to come back and make some predictions, okay? We've got 3 odd dates in April. You've got Wisconsin on the 5th standing by itself. This is the home state of the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan. He has been openly critical of Trump. Don't be surprised if you see somebody, or if you see Ryan get in and endorse somebody just to try and defeat Trump on the 22nd, on the 9th and on the 19th. Colorado are unbound delegates. Delegates get to declare what they want to do. They're the odd man out. New York is on the 19th. This is a proportional state, but Donald Trump is going to sweep up delegates in New York, okay? There is polling out there that shows Trump possibly able to beat Hillary in the general election in New York. That would upset the Democrat apple cart beyond description, because New York is considered a safe state for the Democrats. All right, quickly moving. You see on April 29th, most of the states are winner take all. In Connecticut, if you don't get 50% of the vote for the winner take all, you have to have a 20% threshold, and then the winner takes all by congressional district. That's what CD stands for. And earlier I said in the key. So, for example, in South Carolina, Trump did not get 50% of the vote, but he took all of the delegates because he got a majority or a plurality. He won in every single one of the congressional districts of the state. So if you don't get a 50% majority in Missouri on the 15th of March and on the 26th of April, then it goes to winner take all by congressional district. Last but not least thing to focus on, you see the odd ones in May. The big kahuna, if no winner has emerged by then, is June the 7th. June the 7th, the last primary. This is going to be a brutal day if the election is still in question. There are 303 delegates available on June the 7th. California, of course, being the big prize with 172 delegates. Winner take all. All right, I'm going to take a break. This tool that I have created, that I just went over with you, you can go to our website and you can print it. Just go, it's a PDF, hit print, and then you can make notes. You can go and do your own research on the polling state by state, and you can follow the election and you can make your own predictions. I'm going to make a prediction when we come back. And then we're going to leave it up on our website until June the 7th, either for Randall Terry, your host, to gloat, or for me to get to eat a big piece of humble pie. I've had to eat so much in my lifetime, I'm getting used to the flavor. This doesn't taste that bad.